Welcome to Fayetteville, and whoop, pig suey, the Arkansas Razorbacks are ready to take the field. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Broncos will put total leather and we'll get started. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Looking for a man. It's Green. Using the quick game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Blake. Turning it on. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, he leads it with the back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
The Razorbacks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Green. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Arkansas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Broncos offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And Jesse, they've got a running back they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll go back to the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically.
And the quarterback caught up to the red, sacked at the 12.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Broncos on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Green. Quickly complete.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got his man quickly. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Russell. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Blake. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and they need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And the Broncos come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He'll go to the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Lowry. Makes the grab.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And the Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. At midfield, he's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Gonna run it. It's Buckley. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll give it to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Broncos pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. play action on first down. Throwing right. Quickly complete. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
Looking for a man. It's Lowry. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Broncos have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. Second and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Broncos! Excellent pass by the back on the option. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Snags a quick pass on the left. Breaks into the open. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Complete on the comeback. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Now on second down. To the air, it's Green. Catch in the middle, it's Washington. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Got it in the middle. It's Blake. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jones. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got his man. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Dropping back, it's Green. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They march 72 yards, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires on the move. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Got his man downfield. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Rush is on him. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better. Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Wants to throw. It's Lowry. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Oh, they're after him. Strong pass rush. Him at the 46.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Broncos will send out the punt unit. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab on the right. Hits a seam wide open. He's at the touchdown, Razorbacks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. Scanning the field, it's Lowry. A strike downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
The easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
And the Broncos have this offense rolling. Looking for room. It's Buckley. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, David, they were going to have to get a lot of hats to the football. This is not an easy guy to bring down with just one guy. You have to gang tackle. You have to pursue. And, David, the defense couldn't get it done right there.
No, really poor job. Listen, you're okay with giving up yards throughout a game, and you see more and more. I'm okay with giving up 5. I'm okay with giving up first downs and you driving down the field, but I can't give up the big explosive. The first guy in there has to make sure he slows him down and at least gets a hand on him and makes it easier for those second-level guys. That was a huge play for this offense.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Green. Here comes the heat. Myers on the move. Wide open downfield. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Got him downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got him. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
And the Razorbacks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll try the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the school. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. He'll keep it himself. Finding an escape route. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Lowry. Pulls it in, it's Williams. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Line getting set on second down. Trying play action. Got it behind the line. It's Buckley. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Big part of the offensive game plan is yards after the catch, but none available there.
I like the idea on offense of trying to spit the ball outside quickly and see if your guy can make something happen in space, but give the defense credit. They rallied to the ball, got him on the ground.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First two drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on third down, now setting up fourth.
The Broncos decide to punt it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. The play action fake. This time he's got his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll try to pop the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The Razorbacks are marching down the field. Looking to throw, it's Green. Pressure coming. And the Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The official says no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Lowry. Hauled drills it in. Jukes his way for more. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Broncos come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The sure hands, it's Leary. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
Really good coverage by the DB there, and even a better job of locating the football and then knocking it away.
And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
Power football with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Green. Caught over the middle, it's Washington. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Fakes the catch. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Turning it on!
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Razorbacks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Green. Under fire. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
The give to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on a hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Motion from the back. Direct snap. It's Williams. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
takes it on the return. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Looking for a gap. It's Russell. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Back to pass, it's Green. Throws to the wideout. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
That's a great play by the defensive back, swatting away that football on that deep pass.
The Razorbacks will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Williams. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Leary. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Finds his tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time to get back in this thing.
To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That's reeled in. It's Leary. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
It is perfect.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Bringing the heat. Grab behind the line. It's Washington. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Russell. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. To the air. It's Green. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig suey.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They go right back to him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Bought a little time, lets it go. Working that left side now. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way, Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space, and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Russell. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They'll go to the counter. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Dropping back, it's Green. Snagged in the middle, it's Jones. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
After another clutch 3rd down conversion, it's 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Got the quick completion. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Back to throw. It's Lowry. Got his man downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
The Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll run play action. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. 11th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? Teams, they've lived in the backfield.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Trying to get behind the defense. Wide open, he makes the catch. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting in it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Skips away from pressure. Slides away. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Running to Green. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
Oh, and you hear this stadium erupting. This crowd at home, they're just waiting to feed off of an explosive play, and they get one right there from their quarterback, doing a tremendous job on the scramble. Outstanding individual effort, and just the decibel level in this place has just gone up, it feels like, tenfold.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Looking for space. It's Russell. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Green. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to slam in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. He'll do it himself. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Dead center perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. To throw, it's Lowry. Makes the grab over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Buckley. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The Broncos have their offense in high gear. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
And the Broncos with the 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Touchdown, Broncos! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Guard in the backfield. It's Blake. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Looking for a man. It's Green. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Snags it down the right side. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. They'll toss it to the left. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, the inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It's not sexy, it's not pretty, it's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go high percentage, run the quarterback sneak, get the 1st down.
The give to the back. Fights off a defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill. And I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going. And as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So an 82-yard drive there. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Here's a hit. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Working that left side. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
When you got a QB with this kind of arm talent, receivers with this kind of speed, they are going to be difficult to stop. They have been up and down the field. They've almost got 450 passing yards now.
The Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Lowry. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
And the Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Leary. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to pass, it's Lowry. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. A run for the quarterback. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Down by multiple. Drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it.
That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. That That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Green. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. Now, it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football, but there is definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats, and I'm...
There he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You've got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
And the Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on 1st down. A strike downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
He'll keep it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Now the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on 1st down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Green. He's got it on the run. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Finds a little space. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.